in the costume with the blonde hair. Yes,
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
So I know it's really early and you probably can't like speculate how it's going to turn out. But I was wondering if you had any internal directives to make sure that Robotech stays true to the vision that you guys have carried the torch for after all these years. I know like there's some franchises, particularly say Transformers with Michael Bay. While it's very successful, all the fans that have grown up with that franchise have kind of had their heart burnt out and stopped pods. They're not too happy with the results of what happened with that. So I was wondering if
the producers haven't made comic book films. They are very, very sensitive to how fans perceive how the film is adapted. At the same time, this is just being realistic with the animated universe. We can't base it in 2009 anymore because in 1985, 2009 was awesome. It was the future, and now we're thinking of. When we think of 2009, we go, oh yeah, that's like the year of like a used car model, You think of 2009 very differently now. So obviously the world has to be reinvented to be fresh for new audiences getting into it now. But at the same time, we want the DNA to be preserved at the center of it. And there are, the folks working on it are all aware of that.
And to add what Tommy just said, Gianni, Mark, and Michael Gordon have already all been over to the Harmony Gold offices. We're directly interacting with them. So I just want to let you know that we can't go into deal specifics, but just give you this direct communication between us and the production team.
Nice. I've got a lot of faith in you guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Come on up and get your prize. All right, with the hat in the back. Yep.
Any thought as to whether we're going to be going more heavily CG or we're going to be using animatronics?
It's too early to talk about VFX right now. Right now, they're just, Michael Gordon's writing the script. That's all he's focused on right now. Come on up and get your prize. All right. Let's see here, in the red, right here.
All right. When it comes to the con in Arizona, will we be able to have, is there a signing with all these?
Oh yes, there will be lots of autograph signings and lots of giveaways. And maybe even a lounge where singing might take place. Oh yes. Come on and get your prize. Okay. Double hands right over here.
So, from what that you know, has any potential actors been approached or any actors approached?
It's too early to talk about casting right now. No actors have been approached. All they're doing is focusing on writing the screenplay. We have no comment at this time. Come on up and get your prize. Okay. Emma.
Shadow Rising.
Shadow Rising.
It's definitely in the line of stuff that we want to do. Before we were kind of waiting on how the audio studio would progress. That of course that was very, very slow. But now that we've got a lot more momentum here, this is certainly something that's on the table we want to do along with all other projects piggybacking on the live action film. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah. So okay, with the hat in your hand, yes, sir.
So, James Wan, break, kind of close with you guys. I know Captain can set me up, but for your own personal reason, who would you like to have here? Like, for example,
We can't know. Here's why we can't speculate on that. If I were to get up there and say, I would like to have blank actor play blank role in the live action Robotech movie, it would be tweeted out that today at Anime Expo, Kevin McKeever announced that blank actor will be playing in the live action Robotech movie, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of angry Sony executives will be screaming at me, throw me in a room and lock away the room. Now that can be kind of fun, but that's not something we want to do right now, so we can't speculate. I understand, but we just can't speculate.
But I will say with the folks that they've been lining up with this so far, the producers of 300, James Wan, the director of Furious 7, so far they've been knocking it out of the park.
Yeah. All right. Over, way in the back in the blue shirt in the last row.
I'm sorry for the answer, I got it late, but are there any plans for any kind of English theatrical release, or is that going to be...
English theatrical release of...
Of this movie? Yeah, I think are plans for English theatrical release of this movie. Yes.
I think Sony wants to release this worldwide. Sony has the rights worldwide to make a live-action Robotech movie. So, except Japan. So, all right. Let's see over here in the white.
In terms of like mechanical designs, I mean, as a Robotech fan, that's what really got me into like giant robots and everything. So, as the IP holders, and especially as the director of Sony, Tommy, sorry, as the creative director, how much direction are you giving to the Sony team to stay pretty true to the designs or the intent of the Robotech Valkyrie design and
That's all right. That's a very subjective threshold. One of the things that fans were thinking is, you cannot change the Michael Keaton Batmobile because that Bat missile was awesome. But then when people saw the Tumbler, they were like, "Wow, I can get into that," And so same thing with Robotech. The VF1, which was based on the F-14, was iconic. That's an awesome design, but it's based on the design of a plane that was introduced during the Vietnam War and has been phased out by the U.S. Navy. The military doesn't use this plane anymore. And so, I mean, now we know that designs of futuristic planes have a very different aesthetic than what was built a generation ago. So, obviously, I think to make this film modern, everything's on the table to make it up to date and fresh. What exactly is going to happen at the end? Like I said, don't have a crystal ball, and I can't divulge that to you yet, but I think everybody involved, is aware of fan sentiment and is aware of the DNA that's important, and at the same time wants to make this fresh for a new generation of fans.
don't mess it up.
We'll try.
Well said.
All right, with the tie.
So my question is, assuming that the original storyline will be a part of the movie, do you think there will be a musical component as far as promotion is concerned, as like a midway perhaps?
It's too early for us to talk. I know. He just let Michael sit down and write the screenplay first. Give him a minute. I don't know. But come on up and get a prize. How's that sound? So, all right, right over here. Yes. No, yeah. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
I don't have a question so much as to just let you know the death of Ben Dixon it's still inside my heart. When, that scene where you had to stay and go out.
You gotta go out and finish steak, yes.
The steak was still there. I just need to get it off my chest.
And this was like decades before Game of Thrones. It was like first Roy, then Ben, and then the episode after that, you were genuinely scared. You didn't know who was next.
Go on up and get your prize, sir. All right. With the thing in the hand. Yes, you, sir. Yeah.
Given if the movie is a big success, do you think that it could relaunch a new animated series for this new, fresh universe?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're thinking a lot more. Sony's thinking a lot more with Robotech. They're thinking franchise, folks. So there's a lot more in the pipeline. There's a lot we haven't told you yet. There's a lot happening behind the scenes with Robotech going on. Keep your eyes during the convention tour. You're going to see a lot more revealed over the next months and years. As Carl said, the best is yet to come. All right, over here with cat ears.
Hi, so MegaCon is happening in 2 weeks in New Orleans.
Yes.
And we're wondering what is your involvement there? What event?
Tommy will be going to MegaCon. Yes. Yes, Tommy will be going to MegaCon. So, all right.
That's going to be an awesome show too.
Yes, MegaCon's a great show. We have a lot of great conventions lined up. Come on up here with the black thing. Yes.
Is there anything else for the video game industry?
Is there anything else for the video game industry?
One of my favorites was the PS2 cel-shaded version.
Battlefield.
Okay. Very good question. One of the licensing categories that was locked up at the previous studio, because they also had a interactive division, was games. And for a long time, games went almost dormant. And the thing that's wonderful about the folks at Sony is they own a big interactive department.
Oh, yes.
And they definitely understand the value of games. And so for those of you developers who have the inside bat line over at the Sony, this is the right time to get on board.
Okay, sir in the purple.
Merchandise. Is Konami going to do masterpiece figures for this movie?
For the live action film?
We haven't crossed that bridge yet. They are continuing to be a very valued partner for making toys based on the original classic series, and we are also adding new licensing to Robotech constantly, as you noticed here. For live action merchandising, that's something that Sony's working on. We just haven't crossed that bridge yet. Sir.
Good question. Okay, in terms of the format of the film, okay, you have basically an entire chapter condensed into one film. So how would you do it? For
Why do one film?
Right, but.
Why not make multiple films? We can't talk about the plot right now, but why just do one film? Sony wants to do a franchise. I can't tell you that yet. I know. I can't.
You want spoilers already?
No, some of us spoilers already. Sony wants to do more than one film, but I know you have to get the script right. Michael is a huge Robotech fan. He ran home from school every day to watch the show, just like you all did. So, you can't go into the plot, but trust me, we want to make more than one film. We like a lot more Robotech. Okay, go out and get a prize. Okay, the hair, the great hair, yes. Are there going to be more what? More figures? Yes. A lot more figures. As you saw, you're going to see a lot more figures coming out over the next year. So, come on up and get a prize. All right, sir. Yep.
Is there going to be a special Blu-ray edition of Robotech?
Is there going to be an animated version of Robotech on Blu-ray? The original Robotech series is on 16mm film. Remember those films you watched? Yes, yeah. You can theoretically do it. You can take 16mm and up-convert it into a Blu-ray format, but the price point is so high right now, we're waiting for find a way to bring the cost down. So
we're researching it though.
Yeah, we're looking into it though. So keep your eyes out. Okay, way in the back with the orange. With your hand. Yeah, you get this big. Yes, you got your hand.
I wanted to know if you guys get veto power with Sony. And Sony is such a big power when it comes to being faithful to things. Having veto power or at least some decision making after you see the script and the idea would be kind of good.
Do we have, I just make sure I heard your question correct. Do we have veto power with Sony? I don't want to go into the specifics of the deal right now, but as I said before, we are directly involved with the production team. Gianni, Mark, and Michael have all been over to Harmony Gold. We are directly involved with the production team. They're intimately involved with us. So yeah, I mean, this is not yet, believe me, they've been over to our offices numerous times already. They're going to be over to our offices a lot more times. We're going to have a lot of conversations with them about that. So,
I mean,
good question, yeah.
Easy veto power is if you don't like the pitch, you walk away. But here, their pitch was awesome.
Their pitch was good.
Yeah, and already you can already see the guys, Sony is really moving on this. So we think they're awesome.
In the red with the iPhone.
I'm curious, why now do you want to do a live movie? So 30 years, why do they want to do it?
Why do they want to do a live action film?
Come on, guys. Do you really want a live action Robotech movie?
Yeah.
There you go. There's your answer.
See, there you go. Sir. Yep.
I don't see what the credit would have all the producers. See all the $300?
Yeah.
A lot of slow motion. And then also, my second question wasn't Tobey Maguire part of that?
Well, let me answer your second question first. Tobey Maguire was attached to produce the live-action Robotech movie, but that deal has since expired. And now, we know Tobey was great. We wish him the best of luck. He did a great job for us. But now we have a new team. As you see, we have a new director, a new writer. It's a whole new team. It's a whole new ballgame. So, all right, with the blonde hair and the yes.
Will the live one be a little bit different than the cartoon one? Like, what happens if they change the story a little bit? Like, not going like the way it was, because there's a lot of animators that did it live and it was like a different story to it. Will it be kind of different?
Will it be different?
Yeah.
Well, it'll still be Robotech, but will it be different? Think of it this way. We consider the live-action film to be something of a reboot of the show. That's the way to sort of look at it. We have animated Robotech. Folks, to give you an idea though, this is how much the franchise has grown. We have animated Robotech, and now we have live-action Robotech. So we have a lot more Robotech to make. So keep your eyes out. You'll see a lot more. Okay, with the glasses, with your hand up.
If the movie failed, I can say it would fail.
Hold it. Sir. Hold it, folks. Folks, this is a forum for all fans to speak. Please go ahead. I'm sorry, just repeat that, please.
Okay, if the movie failed.
It's not an option!
What is the future for Robotech? Like, would it still continue, or would it just die off?
Well, let's go back to August of last year when the Robotech Academy Kickstarter failed. You all saw, I'll just be blunt, we saw the orgy of our critics having a field day with us saying Robotech is dead. We're, as one executive editor at an anime website said, we're aging and irrelevant. You just saw in the past 6 months what Robotech being aging and irrelevant is like. As you can see, Robotech can bounce back from failure and bounce back very, very strong. All the stuff I illustrated with you has happened in the last 6 months. So if the Robotech movie were to fail, which as you can see, we're pretty much an excellent team that will make sure it won't, you'll see that Robotech franchise can bounce back. So that's something to consider. Just keep that in mind. Remember, last year everyone said Robotech was done because the Academy Kickstarter failed. 6 months, here we are, a year later, look at what we've done. So Robotech's very strong.
There's an old saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you're too scared to do anything, then you're never going to accomplish anything.
Exactly. So,
yeah.
Sir. Yep. Yes. No, Cam is going to be there. I just made a mistake when I was making it. So, Cam will be there. It's going to be one of Cam's very first convention appearances in a long, long time. So, Cam's going to be there. That was my fault. I screwed up. You can flag him with let me go later.
Just don't tell Cam.
Yeah, just don't tell Cam. Well, I'll be tweeted now too. Okay, great. And the gray.
In regards to your employees, is there any chance you can use larger scale Veritex?
More larger scale Veritex. A one-to-one scale Veritech. Keep your eyes out throughout the summer. You're going to see a lot more stuff coming out from Toonami and from some other licenses as well.
You're looking at the prototype right there.
Yeah. Sir, and it's good to have.
Pretty well-made prototype.
Sir, your question, please.
We know about Wolf Squadron and Skull Squadron. Are we going to get previews of animated books of different squadrons? Correlates further on the history of these squadrons.
Do you want more Robotech books?
Yes.
You want more of everything? Okay, well, we don't want to go into specific details right now, but we are working on getting more Robotech content available via the book format. We don't want to go any further than that. We are working on it right now. And, there's a lot more in the pipeline, my friend, I promise you that. Okay, with your glasses with the hand up. In the blue, on the aisle. So, yes, you, sir, yeah.
You guys have plans to release Macross
Do we have plans to release Macross where? You mean the Macross derivatives? You want to answer that?
All right. We've actually worked in with different licensees trying to import the stuff in the United States. In recent memory, there was Tokyo Pop who tried to pursue this, and they got pretty close. But in the end, I guess there would be some kind of disagreement in Japan, and it wouldn't happen. So that's where we kind of leave it. If some real deal is willing to happen, we're open to making a deal, but as of late, we haven't seen anything come forward.
In the pink, yes. The English dub of the Japanese dub, you mean the Japanese voice tracks.
You mean the English audio version of the Japanese episodes?
You mean the English version of Macross, released by ADV Films back in 2006? That's what you're referring to. Well, right now the rights are reverted back to Harmony Gold, so...
They're with Lionsgate.
Oh, they're with Lionsgate.
They're with Lionsgate. Lionsgate actually pursued this last year. They were trying to do like a really niche release of the Japanese versions to see if there was a market for that. There really wasn't. It's really everybody's after the classic English Robotech episodes.
Yeah.
All right, time for a couple more questions and we'll wrap it up. Sir?
The tone of this movie, is it going to be more it's going to be more serious, like rated R, or
What's the tone of the film going to be like? It's a little too early for us to talk about that. But Sony wants to make a good Robotech movie. That's the key thing. They all know you have to make a good Robotech movie out of the gate. So, all right, sir in the white?
I'm just kind of curious, and it may be a little bit too early for you to be able to talk about this. I'm just kind of curious with if this is going to be a completely, all the Veritex, all of the spaceships, if that's going to be completely CGI, or if they're going to do physical models.
It's too early to talk. It's too early to talk about visual effects. Michael's got to write the script first.
Okay.
That's what he's just starting to write the script right now. So, all right. In the RDF uniform, way in the back with your hand up. Any word on the Robotech forums coming back?
It'll be a while. For now, we're just using the Facebook as our community. We'll eventually add a forum later, but I can't say when.
All right, sir? Sir? Sir, your hand. What is the status of what? What is the status of Robotech in comics?
We do have one more product coming out this year, which is the Robotech Voltron trade paperback. For those of you who missed it, it was actually, I thought, an awesome series illustrated by Elmer Damaso. It's, I believe, scheduled for December. That's probably, in all likelihood, going to be the last release under our long partnership with DC Comics. Because they were really good with us while our deal was at the other studio, but the expectation is that is going to expire at the end of the year. And so we already have new comic book companies lining up to take over on Robotech. Can't say who they are yet.
There you go, sir. You had your hand up.
Yes. I'd like to ask a question about the minions. Will there be a demo at AX this year?
Will there be a demo of the miniatures at AX?
Also some input, because there's some, specifically like this one, this part. Why is it not molded? It's really hard to...
Why is this not molded?
Yeah, this part isn't molded. You have to actually cut it, and it's a real ass to try to put together. Super close.
I think the best place to contact Palladium is Gen Con. They traditionally do Gen Con. They don't do appearances at Anime Expo, and they do engage all the fans. They do game demos and such. So, and you know, reach out to them through their website or message boards.
All right, one more question, we'll wrap it up. All right, on the aisle, the gray shirt. Yep. Yeah, come on up. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. We have a microphone here, this way. Final question, sir.
All right, since we know knowledge is power, of the 4 people you mentioned that's going to be involved with the movie, how do you think, how knowledgeable are they to make the movie?
Of Robotech.
Of Robotech, right.
How knowledgeable are they to Robotech? Well, Michael Gordon, who's the writer, you know, he's a huge Robotech fan. He came over to our offices, and he was very excited. He ran home from school every day to watch Robotech. Gianni and Mark understand Robotech. They understand what you, the fans, want. You want a good Robotech movie. That is why they went out and hired James Wan as the director of the Robotech movie. So, folks, I know we've hit you with a lot of information today, but as you can see, folks, there's a lot more to come. We want to thank you all for coming to the Anime Expo Robotech panel, and we'll see you all next year. Thank you.